What's going on, family? This is your boy Mark checking in from Marshall, Illinois. You know, aside from Chicago, Illinois is pretty much predominantly all farmland and trees. I mean, you can see some trees, get you around a little bit. I'm at a truck stop it's a relatively newer one, and they're doing some building. I don't know what they're doing. But anyhow, I wanted to pull off and shoot a video. It's because I just had an interesting Facebook conversation, message back and forth with one of my family members in Portland, Oregon, reaching out to me about family, or about an individual in our family who's going through some trouble, some issues. And sorry about the wind if it's really windy. The wind just picked up. It's a beautiful day. Lovely, clean skies and clouds and whatnot. But hopefully you can hear me. But anyhow, yeah, I had a conversation with a family member. And it was really interesting. This family member was reaching out to me about somebody else. And I just tried channeling the love and the support and saying, well, I'm not going to share with you their personal business. And if you're really loving and caring and concerned, reach out to that individual. You know, you don't have to ask the details, but just let them know that you love them and you support them. And if they need anybody to talk to or whatever it is, that you're there and to talk to them and support them if they want to. To add to the reason as to why I wanted to shoot this video is because ever since Miss Taylor, Amy Taylor, has been sharing with us her journey with the Landmark Forum. I actually stopped right now and looked it up online real quick about having some form of effectiveness and productiveness and whatnot. And it's really interesting that the mission and journey that I'm personally on with this digital life of mine, what I want to create. Whoa, got some trees. I stopped and I seen how much the conversation that I seen how much effect I had on my cousin, on this particular family member. And seeing what the main page of Landmark Forum was talking about, I was like, wow, yeah, that completely resonates with what I'm doing, what I want to do, and what actually I just did. If any of you guys have been following for some time now, I have a specific purpose that I want to accomplish, and that's to have a drastic impact on my family's life, my family's lineage's life, the future. I have quite a few nieces and nephews, and what's interesting is, of my siblings, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of four boys and one girl. I had an older sister, but she happened to pass away. And I've been very, very observant. I, like many of my family members, just about all of them, we all come from a troubling situation at home. Very, very, very dysfunctional, like I know many people out in the world have come from. And being the youngest, I've been very observant, very, very cognitive of the things that's been going on. I didn't know exactly what was going on when I was younger. And you know, you're a kid, you don't understand that stuff, and especially with full-grown adults and parents and whatnot that lack communication skills, and they don't necessarily come from a family that communicates well, that's open, that's understanding, that shows unconditional love and support and whatnot. And what's interesting is, starting this journey, I had no idea that it was gonna surface all this stuff up in me, but it has, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not disturbed. I don't fear it. I actually want to take it on. Understanding these changes, ways of thinking and whatnot, even though it's been a 7-year mission for me. I mean, I've been really having my head in books, communicating with a lot of older individuals that I respect and admire. I mean, I've sought out mentors like Stu and Jay, and I'm so glad. And I'm sure they have their issues too and whatnot. However, they got a pretty good grip on life. They have a very positive effect and impact on many of our lives within the community, and I find it amazing. I'm delighted in continuing on in this journey. And I know a lot of people, they don't get too personal, but this shit's personal to me. It really is. It really, really is. And here I am having a conversation with a family member, a cousin who's damn near 50 years old. And I'm dumbfounded. I'm mind blown. Like, how do you not know not to reach out to that person? Why? Oh, I don't want to get involved. And well, you are getting involved by reaching out to me. And I think it's cool that you have some concern and love and whatnot, but you're channeling it to the wrong individual. I appreciate it. It's cool. But call up my brother. Simple as that. But yeah, I wanted to shoot this video because of that. You know, it's like, wow. Again, I'm really dumbfounded by it all. It's like full-grown adults, and I know my family, I know me, we're not the only one, I'm not the only one, we're not the only ones suffering from these things and that have these issues. There's a lot of people in the world. There's a lot of people that I engage with at truck stops, at restaurants, at different gatherings and whatnot, and they always feel comfortable talking to me. Supposedly I'm an easy individual to talk to, and yes, I do open up, because a lot of people ask me, like, man, you really live with some passion, or you really got a good head on your shoulders, and you know, it seems like you're really doing some things with yourself. And like just the other week when I was at Niagara Falls, I'm there taking pictures and whatnot, and I had individuals come up to me and they straight up asked me if I'm an artist and if I'm a Christian and whatnot. And I don't like to make any claims like that. I just want my existence to be that. And this couple, older couple, I just looked at them in silence and smiled, and it's like, we know when we see one. Well, there you have it. I'd rather have my walk, I'd rather have my day-to-day life, I'd rather have what it is that I put out there to the world be absorbed as quality attributes. I didn't know I was a leader. I didn't. Not until I started this journey with Six Figure Mentors and Digital Experts Academy. Looking back at my life, being involved in sports and whatnot, I wasn't really a vocal type. I wasn't. I was that type to show up to practice, to show up to games, and I busted ass every day. Every day I busted ass, and I got rewarded. I got accolades and whatnot for being an example by keeping my mouth shut. And that's the effect that I want to have here. That's the effect that I want to have on my life until my dying days. And now that I understand that I do have communication skills, I am comfortable with talking, I help people drop their guards and open up, and they're comfortable with pulling back the layers of the onion. It's like Jay talked about in one of his podcasts, I remember it, where he was expressing that, you know, he always felt weird and whatnot when he was younger, but his friends told him, you know what, Jay, this is what we like about you. We like your weird quirkiness, this and that, whatever. And I took that to heart, like, wow. You know, throughout the years, people are like, Marcus, you're weird. You're special. All these different things that I heard, you know, at the time, my maturity level, I took it more as a negative thing. I didn't take it as a positive thing. But now that I'm finding my voice, now that I'm finding my medium, I'm gonna run with this shit. I really am. I'm gonna really work on my strengths, develop my strengths. I'm kind of that perfection type of person too, who likes working on his weaknesses, because overall I want to be not just a quality individual, but I really want to have an impact as a man, as a father figure, if and when I have kids, as a leader in society. Because I know there's individuals like me or worse, like so many people out here that need help. They need assistance. And if they can see somebody who came from nothing, broken family, and I mean, seriously, both of my parents, 3 marriages and 3 divorces, and I was the youngest one to see it all. Gambling problems, drinking problems, communication issues, pride, all that stuff. Excuse my French, but fuck that. Like, no, it's 2015. We're evolving as a society. I hope for the better. I mean, that's why I'm stepping up to the plate and, you know, standing shoulder to shoulder with all you guys out there that really want to make a difference, not in just your life, but the world around, or the world at large. And I know the more momentum, the more impact that we have, or the more we dive into this and embrace our unique gifts and talents together, we're gonna end up snowballing this and really start building some momentum. And like Jay and Stu, Martin, and all the leaders, Mark Ford, Greg and Fiona, everybody, they really get excited, like, man, this is working out. This is gonna be something great. And I truly believe so. So I'm gonna continue on, going all in with my dice, with my chips, my cards, and developing myself so I can be the best that I can possibly be until my dying days. With that said, go ahead and click subscribe down below. Follow along in this lovely journey. This is your boy Mark, and I'll be checking in for you probably from St. Louis. Peace.